Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Sorry I've been a few days for putting a video out. Not been able to talk too well. I've ended up with a scratchy throat. It's some better. I'm on recovery. Nothing to worry about. The wife been taking good care of me. Anyway, 2022 is coming to an end. A lot of things have happened in the past year. Here on the home front, we did some changes on the solar, as you're well aware of. And we're hoping that 2023 will allow us to hit our goal that we desire. I plan on doing some more videos on it when I do get ready to do those upgrades. It's going to take a little time, as you're well aware of. Christmas was fantastic. I'm a loss of words. Those kids, it was just amazing. No, I was unaware, but these kids were doing the same thing as my wife and her friends. They was putting little dance routines together and so forth, and planning the event. And I missed some of it because I had a friend come by, and we sat here and we was having dinner together. I was doing my famous dirty dogs. That's chili dogs with mustard, wiener, chili, onions, and coleslaw on a steamed bun. And I'm not running across the first person that has any liking of a hot dog, not fall in love with them. I guess I want to do a video on those one day, and see if I can pass that along to maybe somebody else can enjoy also. It's a recipe that was given to me when a restaurant closed in my hometown. It originally opened up in 1956, and it was the backbone of that restaurant. I can remember as a young man going there many times, and I always enjoyed their hot dogs. And the guy owned it. After he closed, I run into him, and we was talking, and I just asked him, I said, is it possible to get you a recipe for your chili that I always fell in love with? And by golly, he gave it to me. Now here in the Philippines, I have a difficult time matching the ingredients, but I have found ways to compromise and get very, very close to the original recipe. So I'll probably sometime in the coming year I will do a video of that particular chili sauce for hot dogs. I apologize for being a little slow this morning, but my throat's still giving me a little trouble, so I'm talking a little slower. But the coming year, hopefully for everyone, it's going to be a grand time. Things around the world, in every country, they have their issues. Here in the Philippines, to be honest with you, locally where I'm at, I can't think of anything that keeps me enjoying every day. And that's, I feel so blessed being able to say that. There's people come here and they complain about everything. And the reason they do that is because they want to bring their home country with them, which they for some odd reason. Why? You come here to change. You come here to step aside and take new looks and new views and get away from the stress. I don't understand it. Some come here to venture into a business. Not all are successful. Matter of fact, a lot of them not successful. This is probably one of the most difficult countries to actually have a successful business. Oh, you can come here and you can open up a business and you can make some money, but not the profit margin that you would get in a first world country. Here they work on a shoestring. The reason I know that is because, I look at places that's been in business for a long time. I look at pricing and what they have to go through and so forth. And their profit margin, time you see the bottom line, it's narrow. And the ones that are more successful are the ones that are diversified, not focused on one way of business. They don't have all their eggs in one basket. So keeping that in mind, if that's one of your ventures, what I recommend, don't do anything here in the Philippines that you're not willing to walk away from and smile, even if you lost. That's the key. Be willing to walk away from it. That goes down to building a home, investments, whatever you plan on doing. Don't do anything you're not willing to walk away from and smile about it, even if you lost. That's a little piece of advice I want to pass along. Personally, here, my investments are solely in my wife's name. Why would I do that? Well, we got a relationship that I have full trust. No, she might walk out here this morning and tell me that it's time me get out of Dodge, which highly unlikely to happen. Let's say she did. I'd look back on the 13 years and see how much I enjoyed and everything. I'd smile and I'd do as she wished. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be willing, get a frame of mind that you're willing to walk away from if it becomes necessary, and smile and enjoy the experience. I know I won't have that issue. I'm fully confident on that. 2022 has been very good to me. And hopefully anybody that's living here in the Philippines, 2022, can say the same thing. Now my goal for next year is to improve everything. There's some house things that I do, maintenance-wise, I'm going to have to do, improve. So, Grace and I will have to sit down and start rearranging our budget so we can focus on doing that. After 6 years here in this house, there's some maintenance issues that needs attention, and hopefully we can do that. Which would mean that if we do, it's going to limit our adventures, but that's okay. Now the upcoming thing that I will have to, and it's a mandatory thing, I have to do the annual report for immigration. Even though I'm a permanent resident, I'm required once a year, between the months of January and February, to report in and pay 310 pesos, roughly $6 at today's exchange rate. And this year is going to be a little less complicated than it was last year. Last year when I did my report, I wanted to change my address finally, because after all the moving I did in the prior years, I didn't do the change. And I was unaware that there's a penalty per month that you don't do the change. It can get expensive. Yeah, I paid my penalty and got my change of address. I wanted to be legal here, so that hurt. That put a dimple on the budget because it's rather expensive. Because I had several years of back pay, as they call it, per month. It's not a big fee, but over enough time, it's big. I think it was around 200 pesos per month, for $4. But you take years of not doing it, adds up. That's something you need to be made aware of if you're on a permanent resident here. Keep your address current with your immigration, I-cards. See, I also last year had to renew my I-card too. And the fee on that is not bad. It's 50 US dollars in equivalent of pesos. So it's based on the current exchange rate, which that was great because the peso was was weak at the time. I always get that backwards. So I was getting more pesos per dollar, so I ended up paying less for the renewal. And fortunately, I could do everything in Dumaguete. Because with the pandemic going on, normally I would have to travel to Cebu, Manila, Iloilo, several other places that can do. That's something I have a hard time understanding why all satellite offices can't do everything required. But that's the way it is. I know this is probably for most, this is a boring video, but it's the end of the year and doing a little recap of things that I've done. A little information that might help someone, especially if you're a resident here or plan on being a resident, so you can be aware of it. But overall, life is just fantastic here. I only wish the best for everyone. You know, we currently everything is good here. Hopefully it stays that way. School will be back in session, I think, next week. Forgot what day it is. Either the 3rd or 4th, something like that. So we're going to be going back to school, which is great. And that's where I stand at the moment. And again, I apologize for taking a little break. But I don't know if you noticed or not, but my voice is still a little hoarse. And there's something I want to bring to everybody's attention. I get a lot of comments. Believe it or not, I enjoy reading those comments. And a lot of them will put a smile on my face. And I appreciate everybody. I really do. Appreciate all my subscribers. No, I've not hit the 1,000 yet. That's okay. It'll come in due time. But I want to take this time out. I want to wish everybody the coming year to be one that is fantastic for you. And things you want to do, hopefully it comes around and you can do it. So, big shout out to everyone, because you do put a smile on my face. You really do. Some of the comments is very sincere, and I really appreciate them. Anyway, folks, I don't want to bore you to death, so thank you again, and I'll see you on the next round.